Greetings and felicitations.
Boom.
And geez, that was just unnecessary.
You kidding me? You can't be outraged? What?
Greetings and felicitations, YouTube. Appius, your Jarl of the Appian Way, here with a 2v2 replay in the new 1.5.1.1 update. This is Scorpion here, and I, of course, am his teammate with the Cyclops. So yeah, this one's super exciting. We had a lot of fun with this. We wanted to try out some of the new things in the update. I brought Paris's Trojans, and Scorpion brought Dardania. We're playing against a pair of very, very, very sweet, very polite phthian players. They were a lot of fun. They were very kind. I give both of them credit. It was great having them. Ares Zeus is one of the players. I think he's playing as Achilles, and the other player was Elusive, and he did a fantastic job playing with his fighter vanquisher. But let's talk about the army compositions. I, as I mentioned, brought Paris. So, of course, I did not bring Paris. I brought an archer skirmisher on his light archer chariot. This costs 100 funds more now, so it's even more expensive. We've got heavy Trojan chariot and 3 Trojan warriors escorting them. We thought that they might have spread out a little bit, used the open field a little bit more to their advantage, but they played together. So most of this positioning over here didn't help us out too much. I also brought 5 Phrygian warriors escorting 2 champions of Troy. Champions of Troy just got a huge buff. They now have 105 armor, and they're 150 funds cheaper. I brought 2 regular slingers. Trojan slingers are unique to Hector's roster. The regular slingers, they are now cheaper, so I definitely wanted to bring those and try them out as well. And of course, I brought Cyclops. And for my ally, a pair of Savage Centaur warriors, 1 heavy Trojan chariot, 2 harpies, a singular heavy Anatolian sword, 3 Dardanian defenders, an archer skirmisher hero on chariot, of course. He also brought Dardanian mob and Dardanian rabble. Dardanian rabble is the new cheap infantry. 3 Dardanian defenders, here's the other harpy, and 3 Dardanian spearmen, which I thought was a bold choice, especially against Phthia, but he makes it work out for him. Our Phthian foes, indistinguishable, so I'm just going to go ahead and read the entire army. We have 4 renowned Phthian spears. We also have 3, maybe 4, is there a 4th? No, 3, yes, 3 heavy swordsmen, 125 sword damage, but they come with 2 relatively low damage javelins. We also have 3 myrmidon swordsmen, 2 myrmidon spearmen, a light swordsman, and an Aeginian runner with 4 XP chevrons, 2 heavy Achaean bowmen, a centaur champion, and of course, they did not catch the memo, but you cannot actually hide reinforced chariots in trees, but here they are attempting to hide anyway, 2 reinforced chariots. Achilles is on his chariot, and the fighter vanquisher is also on his chariot. I also think these are a mistake, because of course both of these are duelist heroes, and they lose out on their health point pool when they get off of the chariot, and when they're off of the chariot is the only time that they can use their dueling abilities. So we're going to let this play out. I wanted to first of all talk about the Phthian position. It was really smart for them to play together and to play over here, because it means that they can defend right here, and I have to go through the mud to get to them, defend right here, and again, we have to go through the mud to get to them, and defend here, where the only advantage we have is the trees on our side. We're going to go ahead and Scorpion is wise to do this. He wants to take the tree position before the Phthians can get there. And it looks like the Phthians, for the most part, don't really want to fight in the trees, but the first blood is going to happen on this flank. Meanwhile, the rest of our forces are going to start moving up this way and all the way out, and we're going to go ahead and make these crossings because we know we have to. I'm going to send both of my elite heavy-duty champions of Troy to start this battle in this position here, because I figure if I'm going to have somebody go through this slog in a very tight choke, might as well be the champions of Troy. And I will attempt to get like a Phrygian warrior around the side, my Cyclops into the thick of things, and see what kind of havoc I can cause here. Out this way, I'm going to go ahead and send 4 Phrygian warriors and eventually my Trojan warriors to come down this way, but my opponent does a really good job of creating a curved defensive line here, using spear-fighting myrmidons and heavy Achaean bowmen to dissuade me from advancing. So we're already up to first blood. Dardanian defenders through the first javelins. Here comes some harpy javelins. Here comes some heavy swordsman javelins, but their javelins are really, really pathetic with only 15 missile damage on them these days. It's really disappointing. What's the breakdown on that javelin? There, let's see here. Yeah, it's 13 damage per javelin with a reload time of 8.8 seconds. And the mob and rabble are going to get over here. They're going to grab the Aeginian runners and the light swordsmen, and that's just going to mean free pickings for this heavy Trojan chariot, which is now in position out here. I'm going to go ahead and use my slingers to start trading fire with the Achaean bowman. You just saw a boulder there obliterate the center of that Myrmidon swordsman line. Loved that. That's like, apparently this one's already down 13 members of its unit, and I adore that. So seeing that I have 2 Myrmidons, a phthian spear, a chariot waiting, and bowman shooting me, I'm just falling back. No, I'm going to stay outside of your bowman's range. I am not going to jive into that with my Phrygian warriors. You can't make me. The slingers get their butts kicked by that heavy Achaean bowman. 42 missile damage is apparently no joke, especially when you only have 15 armor. So my slingers are getting torn up by this battle of class. I get another boulder off right into the middle of the Myrmidon swordsman, and it also gets another one round off into these heavy Achaean bowmen. The battle over here is now in the thick of the trees. Here comes a reinforced chariot making a quick attack against these Dardanian defenders, which are already outflanked and losing, and their arrival is actually going to be bad for the Dardanian defenders, and then the heavy chariot is going to get out of there. Achilles is going to dive on in here along with the Myrmidon swordsman. I pull the Cyclops back, and I charge in with Scorpion's assistant with the swords, and then I'm going to charge back in once their charge is done and get back into the thick of these swordsmen. I'm going to shoot the gap here with this Phrygian warrior and get behind these Myrmidon swordsmen and just obliterate them. Scorpion came up here, did a quick attack, tried to deal some damage to the reinforced chariots, but really just bit off way more than he could chew. I'm using my hero here to try and kill off as many of these spear-fighting Myrmidons as I can. These Centaur warriors need to keep running away, though. The heavy Achaean bowmen have retargeted, and they're going after my champions of Troy. They actually do get some flank shots in here. This isn't too bad of a target. I was about to say, I think that would have been a bad mistake. So my Cyclops is in here now with Achilles, or really, I should say, Achilles is trapped in here with my Cyclops. He's taking a ton of damage from the combined might of champions of Troy. There goes his chariot. I'm going to go ahead and pull my Phrygian warriors back out so I can cycle charge them on in again. The Myrmidons are gone, just gone in this engagement because of the champions of Troy, the Cyclops, and the heavy Anatolian swords. And now I've got Achilles here 1v1 with my Cyclops, and I'm gonna take it. I am happy to do this fight because that is a lower health pool Achilles. He's using Ares' rage, so he's unbreakable, but he's also now berserk. He's causing fear, but you can't cause fear against another unit that causes fear. So my Cyclops is going to win this fight decisively. I go ahead and I'm going to charge across here now with my spear-fighting Myrmidon, or sorry, my Phrygian warriors, since I saw that the heavy Achaean bowmen were distracted elsewhere. And look at this. This allows me an opportunity to get my heavy Trojan chariots across. I've gotten 2 of my Phrygian warriors past the spear-fighting Myrmidons. This reinforced chariot tried bailing out these Myrmidons over here, but bit off more than it can chew. I do get that cycle charge in with this Phrygian warrior. There are no more Myrmidons over here, so our troops are free to get through. I'm charging in with the Trojan warriors now. My slingers are into position. Scorpion's getting work done with his, with his chariots. Yep, there they are, 127 kills. And his Centaur warriors are out here supporting him, but we are dealing with some phthian spears. I'm trying to give him some slinger support. Achilles activates his Aristea, and just in the nick of time, he was already down to about 700 hit points and losing this fight decisively against his Cyclops. We have troops out here. There's no more Myrmidons. No more Myrmidons, and I did get a rear charge from these Trojan chariots into these spear-fighting Myrmidons. I get my hero across. I'm going to let them chase Phrygian warriors because I'm okay with them chasing Phrygian warriors. And now I have this position, and he's stuck in the mud. My chariots do grab the reinforced chariots of Phthia. We're obliterating this one. This one's shattered, so now both of the chariot threats are taken out, and the remaining heavy Achaean bowmen got caught in the crossfire. My hero is now going to go ahead and start picking them off. No more Myrmidons over here. The battle in the tree line was gross and ugly and lengthy, which is actually in our favor, because what did we lose for it? We lost some Dardanian spearmen. No big deal. We lost some Dardanian defenders. That's a bigger deal. This Centaur champion got some work done against Harpies, but it's getting punished for it. And there's still a fresh Dardanian defender out here. Fresh, healthy Dardanian defender. And with that, yeah, you better believe it, my Cyclops won that fight against Achilles. No more pretty Phthia boy. My Cyclops is celebrating by swinging around his beautiful ram head club. Okay, so the other hero now has a lot of work to do by himself. I get a boulder off that looks like it dealt more friendly fire than damaging fire. But as you can see, I did get another chariot charge into the back of the Myrmidon swordsman. it was all about having the tools for the job in this battle, and I was very, very pleased with it. Speaking of tools for the job, I mentioned that my Phrygian warriors are out here. I was okay with them being chased by spearfighting myrmidons. Well, I'm also going to go ahead and just move my champions of Troy over here, and I'm just going to wait. If the myrmidons win, they have to deal with all of these champions of Troy, and the champions of Troy, in the meantime, are going to unload their javelins into the spearfighting myrmidons. Scorpion's chariots are finally done after 163 kills. They still have 1,400 hit points. I bet you they can come back to this. I get a beautiful boulder off right into the thick of this massive melee here. And now my Cyclops is working on his second hero kill, and I think the player realizes he doesn't want to be here. That fighter vanquisher has lost his chariot. He's going to start hoofing it. He does not want to be here, and I'm alright with that. I'm going to let that be so I can just go ahead and kill some renowned phthian spears and heavy swordsmen with my Cyclops. The Cyclops had a field day in this battle. He's going to go ahead and try and bail out his heavy swordsmen by attacking my Trojan warriors, and I went, you know what? I'm done with this. I bowl over a bunch of those heavy swordsmen and get my Cyclops in here point blank on this hero. We're losing frames left and right, folks, but that's okay. Here comes Scorpion's chariots have come back, rear charging the heavy swordsman. Normally you wouldn't like this, but at this stage of the battle, it's really working out for us. They call retreat. He's activated his Aristea. He's got his Vanquish going. My Cyclops needs to get out of there. He's broken. He's routing. But don't worry, he'll be back. There's still a lot of heavy infantry in play here. A lot. I pulled some of my Phrygian warriors out. One of them routes. We're going to go ahead and start. I'm just going to start moving my infantry away from this blob. Scorpion's chariots are doomed. There they go. They're all gone. Harpies are now running in here. Both of our heroes are on either side of this huge infantry blob, and this is good news for us. A beautiful javelin throw from the Aeginian runners destroyed one of my chariots. My Cyclops is now regrouped. Here comes a boulder, and you better believe, yeah, I'm aiming for this tasty blob. I need another 30 seconds. Here comes some Centaur champions. They really don't want to let my Cyclops just have a field day here, but my Cyclops, again, he's okay with all of these engagements. Boom, big hit. There goes 2 Centaurs. One swing of the club. I'm going to turn my heavy Trojan chariots around and go ahead and chase the Centaur champion. I've got a regroup Trojan warrior here. Dardanian defenders are going to tank this with some Harpy support. He activates Vanquish. Good call. I activate my Aristea. Try and get a little bit more utility out of him. And geez, these arrows from both of our heroes are just going to cause havoc. And these are some of the most beautiful boulder throws I am ever going to have in my Troy Total War career. You have no idea. I see a lonely heavy swordsman out here, so I'm going to go ahead and charge that with my Cyclops. It's all about the Cyclops for me at this stage. And also, I went ahead and I charged it with this Champion of Troy, seeing that there was only very few Myrmidons left. I just left one Champion of Troy to deal with it, winning 34 of them versus 8 and 8 spearfighting Myrmidons, which frees up my other Champion of Troy to come back. Because this is where the fight really is now. I get a quick hit and run with my heavy Trojan chariots. My my Cyclops is currently beating up some Centaur champions and some heavy swordsmen, but he's free for another boulder here any second. He sees a charging tide of Phthians. Here we go. And it got canceled. Oh, man, he's up to 101 kills now and counting. Each swing. Here comes, okay, attempt to number 2 on that boulder, and he throws it. Kaboom! Oh, I loved every bit of that. He went up like 14 kills just from that boulder, and he's still not done. We have a chance, we have an opportunity for another boulder in here. The hero is going to charge on in. My hero is getting some beautiful kills in, 131. Scorpion charges in with his hero, and look at this. There goes the shatter. All that's left are the Myrmidons, and I am a very, very happy Centaur. Very, very happy Cyclops lad. Did my Cyclops die at the end? Oh, I guess he's gone. Where'd he go? No. Cyclops lad, where are you? Who killed you? I must have answers. He had such a good career. Oh man, I did not notice that he died. It was at this stage we were pretty much in the chat anyway, you know, congratulating everybody for such a good game. I'm amazed if they killed my Cyclops. It must have literally happened right before that Fighter Vanquisher hero shattered. Incredible. Am I blind? Where is the Cyclops? His body's around here somewhere, I'm sure. Is that him? Nope. Nope. That's a horse's butt. Well, I hope you appreciate the point-blank looks of the Phthians dying in droves to Trojan warriors, and oh man, this is great. I love this game. This game looks fantastic. Even in slow motion. Everything looks better in slow motion, though, right? Man, what carnage. What absolute carnage. If I hadn't already snapped the screenshot, this might have been it. Oh, man. Gotta love the Trojans in turtle mode. But this fight was just enjoyable all around, and for the most part, everybody that I've talked to is really pleased with the balance updates. There's still a few things that need to be fixed or patched, but ultimately we have no major complaints. We're just having so much fun with this. Now then, let's look at some of the statistics. According to this, my Cyclops did not die, so I was just blind at the end. I don't know where it went to. It might have shattered. He might have actually, honest to God, just shattered, and I couldn't see where he was running off to. I swear, I'm gonna cut in a clip of him, of what happened to him right here at the very end. I gotta know. Anyway, so let's go over some kills. 157 for my heavy Trojan Chariots, and I only really took one casualty out of them. 68 and 73 kills for Champions of Troy. So-so, but considering the jobs that they had to do, I think they were worth the investment. 133 kills for my Skirmisher, 115 on my Cyclops. 88 kills for this Phrygian Warrior, but I think the real kills were coming from my ally, Scorpion. 167 with his Heavy Trojan Chariot, 93 with his Dardanian Defender, 53 and 40, 55 here. I guess it kind of did spread out a little bit. Once we dealt with the Myrmidons, that was the major impact we had to do. They did lose 1,400 troops in this battle. Elusive War with his less elite infantry, managing 211 kills with the Centaur Champions, which is beautiful. 165 with a heavy swordsman, 128 on this heavy swordsman, 126 on an Aeginian runner, 116 kills with this Vanquisher, 115 with his renowned phthian spear. He had to do the majority of the work against Dardania, but when you're fighting Dardania, man, sometimes having high numbers of kills just isn't enough. Ares Zeus, 42, 200 kills at this Spearfighting Myrmidon, 189 with that one. Everybody else in double digits, including Achilles, 33 kills. What a fight. We had a lot of fun with that. The way that the patch went, some of the things that we felt, it definitely felt like the heavy Achaean bowmen were a little bit more threatening than they usually are. They definitely won the skirmish fight against my two little slingers here with only 17 kills between them. So there you have it, okay? Ta-ta. I love you all. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.